Thousands.
first, and Chief Drake will speak.
Can I put this on you if you don't mind?
You realize there's going to be more than one.
Okay, all right. They're with us, so.
Okay, yeah, we'll wait.
Yeah. One right here.
Sorry. Hey.
You're gonna have to kind of get
Closer.
front here. Yeah, I
Oh,
kinda can't.
he's 7'2" as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is everybody ready? All right. Just before 1 o'clock this afternoon, members of our Titans team, Titans stands for the investigative team addressing neighborhood shootings, was in this apartment complex attempting to arrest Mikel Williams. Mikel Williams is 31 years old. He is under a first-degree murder indictment with a $1 million bond set for the March 4th murder of Samuel Edwards Jr. at an apartment complex on Buena Vista Pike. Our Titans team has been attempting to locate Williams for the past many days. This afternoon, they received information that he was indeed here at this apartment complex. The Titans team saw him coming from an apartment breezeway down toward a vehicle with a female. The female and Williams got into the car. The female was initially approached, asked to get out of the car and move away. At that point, the passenger side door where Williams was sitting opened. Williams got out. Williams was armed with a semi-automatic pistol and exchanged gunfire with our police officers. Officer Carlos Diaz, a member of the Titans team, was hit, as was Williams. Both individuals are in non-life-threatening condition. Officer Diaz has a gunshot wound to his leg. It's my understanding Williams has wounds to his foot and to his hip. Again, both individuals non-life-threatening condition. They have gone to Skyline Medical Center for treatment. Officer Diaz has been with our police department since November of 2022. He was a lateral transfer from the NYPD. He was a veteran officer in New York when he decided to transfer or transition his career to the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department. The police department's cold case homicide unit is conducting this investigation after consultation with District Attorney Glenn Funk. Now Chief Drake will offer comments about the Titans team and what happened here today.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. As Don mentioned, when I first took over as chief, I wanted to put together a team to address shootings. Shootings is an epidemic that's happening not only here but around the country. And we wanted to be able to focus on the most violent of individuals, to be able to take them into custody safely and not harm the community any more than what's necessary. The Titans team has been very effective. We've arrested some of the most violent people in Nashville without incident, without any shootings, without incident. We had an officer shot at 2 weeks ago, and the officer didn't return fire but survived, but we were able to take the individual into custody. And that's what the Titans team is all about, focusing on making Nashville safe, going after people that commit gun violence, especially homicide, and that's what they were doing today. This individual was wanted, I believe, $1 million bond for homicide. The detectives knew where he was, had set up surveillance, and was hoping to take him into custody without incident. Fortunately, they're both are going to be okay. Their injuries are not life-threatening, and so we just pray for the officer and fortunate that this is not much worse. So, thank you.
Did these officers work kind of in groups together, or was it just one officer out there? Kind of how were they able to respond, and how does this unit kind of work together?
So they actually work together as groups of detectives. What we did is we took officers that formerly were in the gang divisions, because gang detectives always knew the pulse of what was going on, whatever crime, whether it was drug-related, gang-related, etc., and then the Juvenile Crimes Task Force. So we put them together, and they've been highly effective in identifying people. It's a team of about 60 officers. They research information and research individuals, and then they try to find the best way to take them down without being in shooting situations. This unit has been in effect since I've taken over as chief, and you've heard very few incidents about them. They're highly effective in what they do, and that's what we want to do. We want to identify the people creating the harm and do something with them without endangering the rest of the community.
Can you talk about the seriousness of an officer-involved shooting? I know you mentioned $1 million bond, but how much are you going to stress that actually stays in place?
Yeah, it's just so serious. Well, our officers are out here trying to do a job, and they're trying to make Nashville, our city, safer. They're trying to take people that are violent. This individual had killed someone and had no regard for life. And when officers tried to approach him, he opened fire. It was just fortunate that he was hit in the leg and he's going to survive, and it wasn't something that he won't be able to survive. But it's serious. Our officers are passionate about what they do, and they want our community to be safe. It's the same people over and over and over, it seems. And so finally, maybe this bond is going to keep this person away a little bit longer so they can't harm anyone else. So.
Chief, just a larger perspective question about just this kind of crime and the crime in our community. I can't help but notice this is taking place right next to this complex where the house is an Urban League of Middle Tennessee Empowerment Center. It's supposed to have resources for lower income individuals and particularly people of color. And just your thoughts on, these kind of programs, and literally right here in this apartment complex where this violence continued to happen.
So that's been something historically that we've always looked at. It's people that are given, a great opportunity to live in affordable housing, and they're great people. But it's people that come from other areas to conduct their crimes, commit their crimes, and do harm in the areas that make it bad. And this is a good place. It's just people that are coming here. The individual didn't live here. He did know someone that lived here. And then, then we have the incident. But by large part, these are good communities. We just have to try to do something with the people that's trying to make them otherwise.
Thank you all. There's a media release issued on July 8th that's online. We'll have the picture of the suspect on the media release. Understand that Detective Diaz is undercover Titans, and his photograph is not likely to be released due to his undercover status.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Just in time.
I know, I saw. I was like, geez. All right, let me try to. 5:30.
Hey, looks like good. I thought it was just a shade.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's a good time. Yeah, lots of shade. Lots of shade. Yes. Do his live shot here in a minute.
Back to that. I might go.
Hey, you all, let me just clarify based on a question from a Tennessean that I think is valid. She asked, was Diaz the only officer who shot?